What's up, guys? I wanted to tell a little story about Austin, Texas. Um, a company called Minicircle, and really why I'm going to Austin on a one-way ticket. So I've always been interested in performance and healing and anything that can kind of make my body perform better and just do better with health and performance and longevity. Very interesting. Hacking the body. I think it's so cool, all of it. So I was getting PRP shots done on some bad tendonitis in my elbow many years ago, probably like 10 years ago, with a doctor out of Toronto called Dr. Khan. Really great doctor. Over the years, we developed a relationship, and he had an exciting new therapy, um, follistatin gene therapy. And this was being done through him, um, provided by a company in the States called Minicircle. And he asked me if I wanted to try it. He asked me if I'd be interested. I had a lot of questions. You know, there's a lot of interesting things about that I wanted to dig deeper into. I asked questions. He would then take those questions to the scientist at Minicircle, a guy called Ryan Rossner, and and it started to just be like, I'm just gonna put you in touch with Ryan, and Ryan and I became fast friends. He was actually an arm wrestler as well, and he actually broke his arm wrestling, so we became good buddies right away. And I did get the follistatin gene therapy about, I think it was somewhere around 6 weeks prior to me arm wrestling Dennis Saplankov. And I felt incredible. And, since then, I feel like I've gotten better and stronger. Um, but really meeting Ryan and understanding what they are capable of and what they're doing just completely blew my mind. Okay. The field of genetics and what they're doing with it, I just started to think so many crazy things. And Ryan, you guys might have seen him. He's floating around arm wrestling a lot. He's been at the house here a lot. I've gone down to Austin to visit him before. This is the reason why I'm going to Austin, because um, when I think about life and purpose, everything is about mission. Really, everything that we collectively are trying to do is about a mission. And I've had many missions in my life, and I still do to this day. And a lot of that revolves around arm wrestling for me. But when I met these guys and I saw the vision, my mind just went to a place where I started to think about things almost on a religious level. Oh, hey, Milo. The field of genetics is fascinating. I thought about where this field leads us. It leads us into potentially the ability to, very simply, like, cure diseases, cure genetic diseases, make people live longer, make people live better, make people be able to perform, broadly or specifically, much, much better. The tools and the power that are within genetics is really, really, really big. Started to think about, things like, what will we do when we have to go to another planet? And I know that this is where things get trippy, but when I think about unifying purpose and mission for our entire species, I think that once we kind of go a certain bit more distance, this will be one of our unifying missions for the entire human species. And genetics will be a big part of that, certainly. You know, when we finally do get to a place where we are considering going outwards, we will have to have it very sorted out. Now, this is far, far, far away. And obviously, there's so many things to do. But, you know, that's where my mind went. And it just, I was just so intrigued. They make plasmids. Plasmids are basically pieces of DNA, I think, that exists kind of outside the nucleus, and they replicate and you know, provide that that little piece of information, that little molecule, that trait that is potentially desirable. The interesting thing that I am trying to bring to them and help them in any way is to find outliers. Find outliers, find people with what I'd call favorable mutations. And the information that can be gained from finding these, well, that's up to the scientists. You know, whatever it is, whether you someone lives longer, runs faster, sees better, doesn't get gray hair, you know, whatever, has can hear people's thoughts, whatever your mutation is. Let's have a look at it, right, and see what the scientists can figure out. And if there's something there, then you know, maybe it's a cure for something, maybe it's an aesthetic, maybe it's a performance, maybe it's longevity. So me, I get inspired, and I feel like part of a bigger mission when I'm involved with a group like Minicircle. This is the real reason why I'm going to Austin and to practice with all the Austin guys, because it's a great team down there. I feel like it's a little bit like the story of the Ark. It's inevitable. There will be a metaphorical flood where we need to survive the flood, and we need to preserve all of humanity, and certainly the best, well, what we believe might be the most favorable pieces going forward. Anyways, really, so this is a little bit of a calling. If you have like a tweak, if you think that there's something like maybe different about you, and you believe it could be genetic, I've got a link below to this project. We're just starting it. And please reach out if you're interested in knowing more about this project, or I have the link to Minicircles. Their stuff is incredible, really. This is, in my mind, the stuff that this company is doing. It's right at the very, very front of medical performance, health that I've ever seen in my 50 years. I think it's the most interesting, forward-thinking company. A mission very high, a mission that leads us right to the stars. Anyways, see you guys in Austin. Stay massive, everybody.